Hey, if you're looking for a smaller travel trailer that's easy to tow with your midsize pickup or SUV, stick around folks. We found some awesome floor plans of travel trailers that weigh less than 4,000 pounds. Hey guys, Mike with RVBlogger here in front of the camera, and Susan's behind the camera. And if you've seen us before on YouTube, welcome back to the channel. And if this is your first time seeing us, welcome aboard. Susan and I make tons of videos all about RVs, and we invite you to subscribe to the RVBlogger YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell when you do, so you'll be notified every single week when we put out a brand new video. But without any further ado, let's get started on our review of awesome travel trailers that weigh less than 4,000 pounds. This travel trailer is the Coachmen Clipper 17CBH. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 2,896 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,047 pounds, and a gross vehicle weight rating of 3,943 pounds. The hitch weight is just 300 pounds. It measures in at 20 feet 5 inches long, and it can sleep up to 5 people. When you first walk into this camper, on the right-hand side is where the bed is located. That wraps on around to the dinette and kitchen area. To my left are a couple of bunk beds, and behind me is the bathroom. Our first impression when we walked in here is that this is a great beginner's camper, especially for a family of 5, because you can easily sleep 5 people in here. And there are no slide outs in this camper either, so you don't have to worry about maintenance or problems with your slide. So those are really great features too. Now up front here, you have a nice sized bed. Now this is what's called an east to west bed. The bed runs sideways instead of north to south, which would be front to back. Now, some people really like these kind of beds. Other people say when one person has to get out of bed on that side, they would interrupt the person sleeping on this side. That's true, but I find no matter what side you're on, if somebody gets out of bed, you know, it probably wakes you up. I don't know, wakes me up every time. But this bed is in the measurement of 74 inches by, looks like about 54 inches wide. So this would be considered a short, full-size bed, right, hon? Full-size bed. There we go. Makes no sense to me. Anyway, 54 inches by 74, so that's your sleeping space. This bed also lifts up, so you can get to some additional storage underneath of there. And then there's a little headboard at the top of the bed that has some open storage, a little shelf on top. You've got a receptacle and a couple of USB ports, so you can plug in all of your electronic devices. Overhead here, there's a light in the middle, so you can turn that on as a little reading light. And then you've got some open storage overhead. And I would probably figure out a way to get some cargo netting or something in here to hold things in place while you're driving up and down the road. Now, right behind where I was standing is where the TV location is in here. You'll notice you've got a receptacle and cable port up above on the ceiling. You can hang your TV right here and then run up to these 2 outlets. And that's a good spot because you can see it very well from the head of the bed, and you can also see it from the dinette table. Now, here we are at the dinette area, which also serves as a bed. And very often, when we go in and do a tour, it is set up as the dinette. This one happened to be set up as a bed, so I left it just so you could see it. I think everybody can picture what a 2-person dinette looks like. In my opinion, a 2-person dinette in a camper that's built for 5 people doesn't make a lot of sense anyway. So I just left it in the bed layout so we can check it out. Now, if you took your dinette and turned it into a bed, you would end up with a bed that is, oh, come on, tape measure, play nice, 70 inches by about 30 inches wide. So a smaller sized adult or a kid would be able to sleep here very comfortably. Just above the dinette table height, there is a receptacle here on the wall, which is great. You can plug in any electronics that you have, either while going to sleep at night or using it as a dinette table. Above that, you have a really nice big window here. There's also a light here to light things up for you, and then you have plenty of storage above in this gigantic storage cabinet. Right across from the dinette is where your kitchen is located. All of these appliances are in a line, so we would call this an inline kitchen setup. Now, starting with the microwave oven, this is just a microwave. It's not a convection oven, but it's a decent size for a trailer this size. Next to that, you've got tons of storage in this big storage cabinet up top. Then down below, they did a nice job with it. They took the 2-burner propane stovetop, turned it sideways, which we love, which gives you a little bit more countertop space here to use. I might have chosen a different design for this because this really isn't meant to be this way, and it actually does take up more countertop space than I would like it to. But all in all, I'm happy that they did turn it sideways. See, the manufacturers do read the comments and listen to us in our videos, and they do make changes. So if you like this, put it in the comments down below. The manufacturers read them all, and they'll change their trailer designs based on all of our comments. Happens all the time. Next to that, you've got a single bowl sink in here with a nice gooseneck faucet overhead. This is still kind of tight because it's brand new, but a couple things about this setup. I wish they would have gone with a deeper sink. It's really tough to wash dishes in such a shallow sink, and there's no sprayer on this gooseneck faucet, and that makes it a little more difficult as well. But other than that, I love the fact that they've created a good amount of countertop space in here. They also have a window here which views out to the campsite of your trailer, so you can see your picnic table, fire ring, everybody outside, whatever they're doing. And then you've got an electrical receptacle here, so if you want to plug in your coffee maker, toaster, what have you, everything is close and convenient. Down below the sink, we have these double doors for tons of storage there, and there's also additional storage underneath of the cooktop. Now, just at the end of all the kitchen appliances is the refrigerator here, and this has a nice sized freezer up top and separate refrigerator down below. Now, just behind the dinette and across from the refrigerator is where the bunk beds are located. Now, these bunk beds are rated for 300 pounds of capacity. Now, I do want to warn you about that. A lot of folks use their bunk beds as storage while they're driving down the road. Now, if you put 300 pounds of gear on your bunk bed and then you drive down the road and it bounces the whole way, you will break your bunk bed. It can't hold 300 pounds of live load. It can carry 300 pounds of someone sleeping because they're not jumping up and down while they're sleeping. So you get the idea. Take it easy on these for storage, up to 300 pounds when someone's sleeping in them. Now, the top bunk here has a window, a light, and a USB and C port. And let's just get a quick measurement on this. This bed is about 72 inches and about 28 inches wide. So, you know, somebody a little thinner could fit up here pretty easily and spend the night. And for the bunk down below, this one is the same exact size. It does come with USB ports and a light. Now, just next to where the bunk beds are located is where the bathroom is in the back of this trailer, and it's a very basic bathroom. I'm standing in the shower right now, and if we measure my head height up into the skylight, let's see what we've got here. About 6 feet 3 inches of headroom, and in the whole entire camper, you've got about 6 feet 6 inches of headroom. Now, this is a very basic shower, as I mentioned. It's about 24 inches wide and 36 inches deep. You can see me standing in here. If this shower curtain were closed, I'd be banging into it constantly while I'm taking a shower. So that gives you an idea of the size of it. I would take out the shower curtain, put a retractable shower door in here and make it a little nicer. They also use just the trailer walls as the surround in here for the shower, and then they've gone and caulked in all the corners to make sure everything stays nice and dry. There's nowhere in here for soap dispenser or shampoo bottles, so you'll need to probably buy a separate dispenser and mount it on the wall in here, but that's fine. That's what we have in our Class A, and that works just great. Also in here, there's no vanity or sink or any of that stuff. It's just a basic bathroom, and when I sit on the commode back here, can't pass the elbow test on my left, but I have plenty of room on my right. Now, here we are outside of this camper, and it does have this large storage area in the front of this camper underneath of the bed. You can get to it from the 2 outdoor storage compartments, or you can lift the mattress inside like we did earlier and access your storage items from there. Hey guys, we hope you're enjoying the video so far, and if you are, we also invite you to subscribe to our weekly newsletters that we send out. We send out weekly newsletters about RVing that are just full of information like how to maintain your rig, where to go RVing, and even more detailed RV reviews than what we do in our videos. And when you subscribe, you'll also get a free subscription to RV Today e-magazine, so you will be the most well-informed RVer out there. There's two really easy ways to subscribe. So if you're watching us on TV or on your computer right now, you can simply pull out your phone, put it in camera mode, aim it at the QR code on your screen, and it'll take you to our website where you can go ahead and subscribe, or you can just head straight on over to RVblogger.com, scroll about halfway down the home page, and you'll see right there where you can subscribe. So why not join the over 150,000 people that have already subscribed to our weekly newsletters and become the most well-educated RVer out there. This travel trailer is the Jayco Jay Flight SLX, model number 195RB. It has an unloaded vehicle weight of 3,015 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 980 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 3,995 pounds. The hitch weight is just 295 pounds. It measures in at 21 feet, 10 inches long, and it can sleep up to 4 people. When you first walk into this travel trailer, on the left-hand side, you'll find a storage closet and the bathroom. Then we wrap on around through the kitchen and dinette area, and behind me here is where your bed is located. Our first impression when we walked in here is that this is a smaller travel trailer with no slide outs, which is great because no slides means no leaks and a lot less maintenance, but it still feels like a very good size camper in here. Now, directly on my left-hand side, when you first walk in, they have a really good size storage closet in here. There's a bar up top so you can hang all your coats and jackets. There's also a shelf on the bottom so you can store more things under your hanging items. And then under that shelf is a great spot for shoes and all those kinds of things underneath. Now, as we roll on around through here, we have our dinette area here, and kind of starting from the top up here, you'll notice we have this really nice cabinetry up top. When you open this up, it's one big storage area all through here, so you can use like clear plastic bins to store all of your items. That's what we do, and then if I pull a bin out, at least I can see what's in there without having to open it, and everything stows away and it doesn't slide all over the place while you're traveling down the road. Now, underneath of your cabinetry here, you've got a light that sits over top of your dinette table. Then we have a really good sized window here, and this is great because you want to have as much air ventilation and cross breeze in here as you can, and this is a perfect spot for it. One other comment that I'll make about the location of the dinette is that this is on the camp side of this trailer as well, and so when you're sitting here having a meal, you know, you're looking outside at your campsite with your fire ring and picnic table. A lot of times we see dinettes on the other side of the camper, and when you look out the window, what's out there? Well, your hookups and your neighbor's campsite. So this is a great spot for the dinette on the campsite of any trailer. Now, this dinette will easily seat 2 people, and I think that's all you're going to be able to get in here. But this top will drop down, and this can convert into a bed. And if you were to do that, you would end up with a bed that's about 68 inches by about 27 inches wide. So I would say, you know, a smaller adult or maybe one child would be able to use the dinette bed and be able to take advantage of that. Now, down below this one dinette seat, if you pull the seat cushion up, there is some storage underneath of the dinette bench. There's also a receptacle located underneath of the dinette, so if you need to plug in any computers or phones while you're doing some trip planning or something like that, it's all easily accessible. Now, directly across from the dinette is where the kitchen is located. Now, we call this an inline kitchen, and that's because all of your kitchen appliances and countertop are set up in a line. It's a very efficient use of space, and that's why they design them this way. Now, up top here, you've got a really good sized freezer, and down below, very nice sized refrigerator for a smaller camper. You'll be able to store tons and tons of food items away in here and get away for a week or so even. Next to that, you've got your microwave up top here with more storage next to that, and then a little bit of open storage with some cargo netting next to that as well. Just below here, this is where your TV location would be. It's a good spot for this camper. You can see it from your dinette, and if you put your TV on a swing arm, you can pull it out and see it from your bed as well. Down below that, you'll notice that you have a receptacle here. You've got some of your controls here as well, and then they have the cable all the way over here on the left-hand side. It's kind of far from the TV, and obviously that cable is going to be exposed when your TV is hooked up. I'm not sure why they didn't install the cable outlet closer to where the TV hangs, but it is what it is. Now, next to that, we have a sink in here with a gooseneck faucet. And in my opinion, this is a little bit of a smaller sized sink than we would like to see in any travel trailer. It would be difficult to wash dishes and even larger pots and pans in a sink this small. But again, for a weekend camper, it's really not a bad setup. Next to that, we also have this 2-burner range, which is terrific. The burners are front to back, which allows for the range to be turned sideways, which gives you even more countertop space in here. Then below that, we have storage space underneath of your cooktop and even more storage underneath of the sink and countertop area as well. So here we are in the front area of this travel trailer, and that's where your bed is located back here. Now, this bed is set up in a permanent bed position. And some folks would say, well, man, they could have made that a Murphy bed, so I have a sofa and a bed. But the big advantage to it being set up this way is that you can use a mattress with no folds in it, and it's a much more comfortable mattress for sleeping that way. Now, all that being said, over top of the bed area, you'll notice that you have a mirrored wardrobe cabinet on each side. So there's a bar in here. You can hang up any garments that you have. And then they have this big open storage area here over top. I would probably get some cargo netting and install that here to hold things in place from falling off the shelf if you're rolling down the road with your travel trailer. But it does give you a good amount of storage space up top. Down below that here, there's a couple of lights on the underside of the shelf. And then the bed itself does have a nightstand on each side. This side of the bed, there's a receptacle. The other side of the bed has a receptacle and USB ports. Now, the bed itself, let's get a measurement on that and see how big it is. And this bed is about 74 inches by 60 inches wide. So this is definitely considered a short RV-sized queen bed. A residential queen bed would be 80 inches long, and this is 74. Another nice feature to note about the bed, though, is that you can lift it up from here, and you've got plenty of storage underneath. And in fact, you can access that storage area from the storage door located on the outside of the trailer. Now, here I am in the bathroom, standing in the shower like I usually am. And the bathroom is located all the way in the back of this trailer. And there's a couple of interesting features in here. Some are going to be a little controversial, so let's chat about that a little bit. Now, as I'm standing in the shower, this is actually also a tub and a shower. So if you have any little ones or a pet even that you need to give a bath once in a while, you've got a tub to be able to do that. As far as ceiling height in here goes, inside of the tub to the top of the skylight, we have 6 feet 4 inches of space, and the ceiling height throughout the entire RV is about 6 feet 6 inches tall. So decent amount of headroom in here, but for you taller folks, it might be a bit of a squeeze. Now, inside the shower, you'll notice it does have a shower curtain instead of a retractable shower door, but the curtain actually does ride on a track that swings out and away from the shower, which is nice, right? It keeps the shower curtain just a little bit away from you and off of you while you're taking a shower. There's also 3 corner shelves in here for all your soap and shampoo. And in this particular shower, they went and put a couple of little, I guess, shelf protectors in here. And so you could put a shampoo bottle or conditioner bottle in here and it would keep them from falling off the shelf. We wanted to show these in this camper. They don't come with it, but this is just like what we recommend that you do in your own camper. You know, you can do little modifications like these to make life a lot more convenient. Now, since we are standing in a tub, we do have a pretty good sized step up in here to get into the tub. And as you can see, it's about 17 inches of a step up and over to get in and out of your tub. Now, one other thing to note in this bathroom as I'm sitting here on the commode is that there is no sink in this bathroom. Jayco went and made the big storage closet next door here, which we showed you in the very beginning of the video, instead of putting a sink in here. Now, this has been a very controversial issue over the years. You know, should you have a sink in your bathroom or not? Some people say definitely got to have it. Others say nope, wash your hands in the kitchen sink. Some people say you can get a bottle of hand sanitizer and stick it on the wall here and just use that when you're done using the bathroom. Let us know what you think the best solution is in the show notes down below. We would love to hear from all of you your ideas on how this bathroom should be set up. Now, as far as the elbow test goes in here, I'm not going to pass it on my right, but on my left side, got no problems. Now, outside of this camper, up towards the front, is where the access is to the storage area under the bed that I just showed you inside a couple minutes ago. This travel trailer is the Forest River Ibex, model number 10LHRK. It's got an unloaded vehicle weight of 2,429 pounds, a cargo carry capacity of 1,361 pounds for an overall gross vehicle weight rating of 3,790 pounds. The hitch weight is just 290 pounds. It measures in at 15 feet even, and it can sleep up to 2 people. When you first walk into this travel trailer, on your right-hand side is where the entertainment area is located and some storage. And then we swing on around and you are in your bedroom and living area. So here I am towards the front of this travel trailer, and you know, for a travel trailer that's less than 15 feet long, our impression of this is that it's got everything you need for some really great adventure camping or a weekend getaway, and you'll be nice and comfy while you're out on the road. Now, up front here is where the entertainment center is located, and they have a good sized TV in here. It's on a little swivel stand. And then below that, they actually have a fireplace in here, and this baby will throw out some heat. So if you're camping in the early spring or into the fall months, you can stay nice and toasty warm in here. You'll also notice on the left-hand side here is some open storage with some cargo netting to hold things in place. There's also additional storage down below here, and I would kind of picture this as like a shoe area. You could toss your shoes up and under there. Up top here, there's a nice fan, so you can turn that on and easily vent out your camper because there's a door on each side. And so you can leave your screen doors open, turn the fan on, get some nice breeze blowing through here, and you're in good shape. Now, the back of this travel trailer is where your bed and sofa would be located. Now, we're in a dealer showroom and they have not unpacked the mattress yet that turns into a sofa and then again into a bed, so we're not going to do that. But this will unfold so it goes across the length or the width of this RV, and so you have a nice comfy couch that you could set up back here and watch TV or look at the fireplace, and you can fold this out and it becomes a mattress that takes up just about the whole entire floor space in here. Now, you'll also notice that there's a table on each end, so that kind of gives you a little end table for your sofa or your bed. Then there's also a receptacle and USB ports on the back wall, so you can plug in any electronics that you have. There's actually a second receptacle up top there as well. There's a light on the ceiling that you can use for a reading light. And then finally, it's got an air conditioner here, which is really just like a wall unit air conditioner. And you know, we hear people are like, I don't really like those wall unit air conditioners very much. Well, one of the nice features of them is if your AC goes out or breaks for some reason, you can easily replace it. Just go buy a new one and pop it in its place. So that's one of the big advantages of it. Now, right in front of me here is a porta potty that comes along with this particular RV. Now, I told Susan if I was camping in this, I'd probably be at a state park or a campground and I would just use the campground bathrooms. But she pointed out it is nice to have a potty on hand so that in the middle of the night, if you have to go to the bathroom, it's much more convenient than traipsing through the campground trying to find the bathroom. Why don't we head outside next and we'll take a look at the outdoor kitchen and shower area. So the back of this travel trailer is where your outdoor kitchen is located. It's got this big door that opens up, so it does create some overhead coverage for you in case it's a little rainy out like it is today. And then inside of this area, you'll notice you have tons of storage up top. There is a light up here as well that will light up for you. This unit doesn't have any power to it, so we're kind of using lights to try and enhance the lighting back here as best we can. It's got this really cool little wine rack back here. If this was for me, it wouldn't be wine. It would be hard liquor. Tequila, gin, scotch, and rum. There you go. Everything you need for a great weekend of camping. Now down below that, we have a really nice sized fridge. The only thing that is not in here is a space for ice. There's no freezer section to this refrigerator, but you have a lot of countertop in space in here. And what I would do is buy one of those countertop ice makers. I used to have one. They work great. They'll supply you with plenty of ice that you need for your whole weekend. You just pop it on the countertop here, plug it in. If you go on to our website, RVblogger.com, we actually have an article where we rate the best countertop ice makers. You can check that out if you're interested in buying one. There's also a sink in here so you can wash up your pots and pans and kitchen utensils. It's even got a sprayer on the faucet back here. And then below that, it has a 2-burner propane cooktop back here. Very nice and convenient, perfectly located. So your kitchen is really, you know, a great spot back here. In addition to that, there is an opening here, and this is where you can attach, quick connect your shower head onto, and then you can stand out here or off to the side and take a shower out behind your trailer. You can also, if you're, I don't know, mountain biking and all your bikes are all muddy, you can use that to wash off your bikes, spray off your feet if you're at the beach and all sandy. So it's really nice and convenient and in a great spot. Now there are a couple of really cool features that you can add to the outside of this camper as well to make your adventure weekend even better. You can buy a Rhino rack and stick it up on the roof so you can store your kayak up there. There's also a Rhino batwing awning that you can install, like the one on this one, so you have a nice awning space outside. And then they even have a roof tent option here. So if you have, you know, a couple of kiddos that are going with you and you need a space for 2 more people to sleep, or some friends are coming along, throw them right up top here and you are good to go. There's also a little bit of outdoor storage here, which is on the front end of this camper, located by the entry door. Hey guys, let us know which one of these travel trailers you like the most and why in the comments down below. We would love to hear from you. But if you want to check out even more travel trailers that weigh less than 4,000 pounds, just click the box down below. And Susan and I will see you in the next video.